I have been on 9 cruises. The ones through 2005 were not cheap, but they were very nice cruises. You didn't go to the dining room dressed like you were going to the pool in parts of the most beautiful part of the world. And all you can do is cuss, scream, and fight. Now, I watched a lady's video today where she blamed it all on Carnival for dropping the price. The fighting is what amazed me. I don't know how much more you could insult your own people. That because they paid an inexpensive fare, that somehow excused them from their stupid actions. It's not Carnival's fault they lowered prices. It's ill-mannered, classless people. And while there may be a large part of it, one particular race, it is not race exclusive.
Listen, I know what she wanted to say.
I'm not mad at it.
Okay, but I'm going to pull up the rules real quick, but I'm not going to go through everything. It's just to go over it. Children 17 have a curfew. Guests refrain from making loud noises in certain areas. Speakers and radios prohibited. Illegal substances are prohibited and other things. So after that video, I knew she was talking about Black folks. We didn't.
Wait, Q, put that back up. What were they saying about the fans?
The fans know how to. I guess that song. You know that song. I guess they don't want them doing that either. Indoor dance floor.
Oh, wow.
Oh, the fans.
I guess the handheld fans. The handheld fan. Dang, how did I take this off?
That's because that's what you use in the trail ride or like the line dancing. That's race specific.
Yeah, but can you blame them?
Of course not. Unfortunately, she was right on point with it. She doesn't want to target a specific group of people, but unfortunately, that
she was talking about.
Yeah,
it's not the majority though. It's not the majority. It's specific niggas, as I call them. It's not every single Black person that's like that. We need to give ourselves credit, but it's certain Black people who do this nonchalant nonsense that they do.
But do you guys call them out when you see it?
Yeah, we have to call them out.
I just don't go on Carnival cruises
The vast
anymore.
majority of them, though, which is why some people are wanting to see more. I think it's a vast majority of Black people that are on the Carnival cruise ships that act that way. That's why nowadays you'll see more Black people wanting to spend more to go on Royal Caribbean or go on Virgin, like because they don't want to be around people that act like that, whether they're Black or not. So,
what were you saying, Elizabeth? I turned up the audio. Oh, we can't hear you.
We can't hear you.
No.
Okay, now I can hear you. Go ahead, try it again.
I'm going Royal because it's just a little bit ghetto. Matter the race, it just is. It's real degenerate. So I don't go on Royal Caribbean since like 10 years ago. So yeah.
But it's getting ghetto. Well, it got ghetto. All the
Carnival. Sorry, Carnival. I go on Royal instead of Carnival.
Yeah, I think Carnival is basically the Planet Fitness of cruises. It's very ghetto, very very affordable, so any and everybody can kind of go. So, but I'm on the other end. I'm like, what do you guys expect if you're paying for that type of experience, like a little bit of money? You're gonna expect this ratchetness because a lot of people are gonna be on there that can't paycheck to paycheck probably and are gonna be on that ratchet side. So if you're seeing that on cruise lines, I'm not gonna set myself and be like, you know what, this Carnival cruise might be different because it's during the week or something. No, I'm gonna pay for a better luxury experience. So leave that to the people that want to be ratchet.
Yeah.
But it's what's next.
Why does low prices automatically equate to hood rat behavior?
Because the hood rats will scrape a penny to get on them low price budget excursions and trips and all that.
Or trailer park.
I guess my thing is that because this is more of a recent thing, and Carnival has always been more of a budget friendly. I ain't gonna say a budget cruise, but a budget friendly cruise line, right? And this is more of a recent thing. This isn't something that like has always existed or anything like that. So I'm not sure if the goal is to raise the prices, but again, it didn't necessarily draw the most ghetto crowd. like it used to, just because it was always having lower prices.
That's true.
I think people just don't know how to act.
That's true too. It's getting worse though, because some of those videos that I see, sometimes I see old people fighting. Some people I see young people fighting. So we can't even say it's an age thing. It's the young people. It be these old people too. These people that got kids be fighting. So I think it's just the people that's in this generation. They're becoming more and more ratchet. The whole Lululemon. You saw them girls twerking in Lululemon. Like what is?
Yeah, but Lululemon isn't cheap either.
Yeah, Lululemon is cheap, but we didn't see them buy
Well, it's
nothing.
not cheap.
Yeah, Lululemon is not cheap.
Right,
But
that's what I'm saying. So they still in places that's not necessarily cheap.
but Lululemon can be anywhere. Lululemon can be in between that and another store that's affordable. They were just in Lululemon. Doesn't mean they were buying anything that they can
They
afford.
just want any reason to twerk, jump. Like I saw the video of them jumping on the cars. I'm like, if somebody stood on my car like that, jumping,
I'm driving off.
Like that,
I'm driving off.
I guess like I was somebody sent me a video today and they were line dancing in the Atlanta airport.
Oh my gosh.
Y'all ain't seen that?
No.
No.
Y'all haven't seen that seriously?
No, I haven't seen that. Did you do a video? Did you do a video on it?
No, I didn't. I just looked at the email and then I looked at it and they were hold on, I'm gonna find it.
Yeah.
But going back to Anton's point,
Okay, let's
that
watch the line dancing. Can I pull you? Oh.
Is that what this is? This fan dance?
Yep, that's the fan dance.
It is the Atlanta airport.
Yeah. Oh wow.
I'm not
So
surprised.
I just
there's
get
a
this
time and
video.
place for everything, though.
It is.
People just trying to get to their flights. Atlanta already have a lot going on. People don't know how to walk. People don't know
Atlanta
how to
is
get
the worst
straight.
airport
You're
in
having
the
a
world.
whole line dancing.
Atlanta
Whatever.
is the worst airport that in life. There is no airport that you are almost guaranteed to get delayed or possibly miss your flight than going into fucking Atlanta.
Yeah.
Wait, but is it bad on the opposite side? Is it bad that they're embracing the Black culture? They're line dancing. They're coming together. That fan song is becoming popular. So now they got something to embrace.
But it's not the problem. Like Jerry said, it's a time and place, and I think a lot of Black people don't know when is an appropriate time to show off and to seek attention. They'll do it in the most odd places. It's like go
They'll
to a
do
trap.
at a funeral if you let them.
You know what? And call it grieving. You ain't lying, Jerry. So
It's really the music.
But hold on, what I was about to say. Wait till that line dancing turns into fights later on, and we'll be talking about that in the same airports. So right now it sounds all good and dandy and so forth, but going back to the point that Anton was saying, I think it's just a lack of house training. Certain people get the opportunity to go out, see the world, and they act a fool because guess what? Hey, I'm black, I'm American. I can do whatever I want to do and never want to face the consequences of whatever comes with it.
Yeah, but why do they come in herds though? Like it's like once one thing catch on in our community, it's already so messed up and degenerate. So it's wildfire. Just like you was saying with the Lululemon, anything that they attach themselves to, they turn it into Jezebelic devil worshiping. Like it's retarded. They look like animals. I'm really just over it. Like I'm tired of being associated with it. I'm tired of living around it. And like Dayla said, it's a time and place for everything. Like even with the music. Grown folks gonna listen to this music, but this stuff shouldn't be played on the airwaves. This ratchet music, the culture that needs cultivated. You need a rated R sticker slapped on it and to be kept at the clubs and the company of adults they want to hear. So I don't know.
You can't stop it because it is the culture. Like for example, you said it's the music, for example, right? This music got a hold on us. This music got a death grip on the community. I'm telling you.
yeah.
If you want to communicate something, or if you want to ruin lives, or you want to figure out how it is that you can influence people to do something, it's the music. And I know people don't want to have that conversation. I know that that's a difficult part of it. But I'm
I don't
telling you,
know.
there is nothing. I think that music is more impactful and addictive than probably anything in life. There is nothing. I've seen people try to give up certain types of music, and it's impossible. It's impossible. And so I don't think that the death grip is ever going to leave the culture from a negative perspective, because the music is universally going to influence us to do whatever it is that we going to do.
But don't
And
you remember at a time, like, it was also the music always had its innuendos, but you didn't realize that until you got older and you understood it. So, yeah, certain, it's going to always be in there. And that's why I say they just not going to go away. But the enemy is, he was the prince of music, he was the minister of music. So, of course, he's going to use that to devour. That's all this is. This is a war, a spiritual warfare between good and
but
evil. Until
it's
we
been
realize
bad.
that,
It's been bad the whole time.
It's
The whole
been
time.
like that.
We just got social media now. I remember, man, I remember niggas used to get jacked for Jordans. Like in the 90s, it was a thing to check somebody for their shoes or all of that
Yeah,
shit. Everything that we've
that's
ever
really
that
happening.
we've ever evolved ourselves into has been based off of what we listen to. If you want to go all the way back to the way that we communicate, even the way that we talk about women, Snoop, E40, Sugar Free, um, all of that shit. Like trees became popularized based off of I Got Five on it from the Loonies. Um, I mean, you could just and snooping them, right? And like it's all sung, and the next thing you know, we embrace it, and it got a death grip on us, and that's the way that we live our lives. So, if you want to look at the kings of simping, go back to them bitch ass niggas that was begging on their knees back in the 90s.
I
You
like
know what
that.
I'm saying?
I like
Like,
that music.
huh?
I was thinking,
I'll rather the simp music than this other music. I don't listen to rap. I'll
Nah.
rather
I
simp
don't,
music, pour my house outside with the boombox, love
in the
song,
rain.
Gorilla,
nah.
that red chick, Megan Thee
They
Stallion.
was lying to y'all
It's
through the
it's
music.
been music like this
They
for
lie
ages,
now
bro.
still. So would you
Yeah, but
rather
they
that
was lying.
music?
But see, you missing it, Q. The begging made it seem like women was more valuable than they really were, and so that gave y'all a false expectation of what life was really supposed to be like. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, give me that music any day.
See, that's why you want it so
When I
bad.
see it, I think of They Cloned Tyrone. Every time ever since seeing that movie a couple years ago, and now seeing everything that's happening, that's all I think about.
What
The food,
movie?
They
Okay.
Cloned,
that
yeah,
clone tower, yeah.
I never
I
seen.
never
on
watched that.
Netflix.
I never
They
seen.
got
On
that from the Boondocks. It was an episode on the Boondocks where they
It's
were
on
what's that
Netflix.
where they were showing the music or something like that. It sends frequencies to
Like,
black minds and it makes them aggressive and lose their ability to think appropriately. So they'll just shake ass, think they got to speed when they driving, shoot people, rob people because the music is telling you to. If it tell you to shake your ass, you'll
But
get out.
all music is influential. Like
Yeah, good or bad.
I've seen people cry off of a song. You know what I'm saying? Or all of that. I've seen a lot of people do a lot of things. I could tell you that the reason that all of it, I think that the way that these dreadheads is running around that drill music shit in Chicago, that did a number. That did it. You could directly correlate the way that we operate based off of the things that we popularized. And now that you have social media, I think it's even worse. And when I see the ghetto-ness, I'll give you an example, right? When I see a woman usually that's complaining on the internet about something, and she tends to be liberal or Democrat, usually for whatever reason, and I'm talking about culture even beyond music, she got that bull nose ring thing every fucking time. I don't know what it is.
The
She got,
septum piercing.
she got that that whatever that is, right? And
but what
so
demon got that? What demon has that? Where is that?
I
You get
don't
what I'm
know.
saying?
I don't
It's a
know. But
demon that has that.
it's a monkey see,
I
monkey
know who
do
you're
though.
talking about, Miss Nikki. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's a
The
that's a
bull
and
ring.
they don't even know. Yeah, that bull ring. There's a demon that Baphomets or something like that. That is a demon that it represents. That whole party has. It's just. I
That's
don't
what
even go there.
music. That's the root of music is spiritual. Um,
But
And
even
it's
the
like
dreads, like
it's
Anton, I
crazy.
wanted to address the dreads because now, like even when I said they take everything that's meant for good and turn it into just this degeneracy. Now everybody correlate dreadheads with YNs or some type of culture when that's just not a realistic thing. Like that is a spiritual thing for a lot of people to grow their hair
That's
to be able
that's
to
not
naturalize that. That's. But I'm
Not in
saying now
America.
it's
that's
turning.
not synonymous with being a
Wait. When did
YN.
that
If
become?
no people when people that follow Rastafarian, people that are Rastafarian, that is something spiritual.
It's
Yeah, they
spiritual.
That's
exist.
Right, but
it's
I'm
a
saying
spiritual
though,
thing.
I didn't know that Rastafarian was an American thing.
No, it's not.
It's
It's
different
not,
types of
but that's what I'm
dreadheads.
saying. They take whatever they insert themselves into. That's what I'm saying. They degenerate.
No,
They
but Nikki,
like
the men that Anton is talking about is not Rastafarians. So
I
Facts.
know that's what I'm
now
saying.
the Rastafarians actually get a
They
bad look
to say.
because of these others.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So maybe I'm trying to say they turn it into trends. They
Yep.
turn yeah, they turned everything into a trend. Maybe that's a better way of putting it. And then it turns into
Yeah.
Ski mask more popular than dreads. If we gonna have that conversation,
You said
What's
who?
more popular than dreads?
what is
ski mask, the Nike Techs, or the
oh
ski
Gotta
mask.
be
The
Nike
ski
Tech.
mat, the what's it called? Mask. What do they call
It's
it?
cool shiesty mask.
Yeah, the shiesty.
yeah, that needs to be banned.
I
Them
think
way
that
more popular than dreads. Them
If
social
it
shiesty.
media
ain't cold outside, no.
social media makes things worse. I think they highlight certain parts of the culture that should not be highlighted. But then you look who's in charge of social media.
I don't think that got nothing to do with it, Q. I think
It
that social
does.
media. No, it doesn't. Social media is a magnifying glass for the shit that's really already happening. It
Yeah,
don't
but
have nothing. The
Yeah.
people is already on this type jump. You know what I'm
that's
saying?
true.